Let's get it! Today we're going to be starting a new series talking about IDO launchpads on many different blockchains. Each video is going to be dedicated to a specific launchpad, and along the way the goal is going to be to develop a spreadsheet that shows us which is the best IDO based on price, the cost to get in and participate in some of these IDOs on these launchpads, and also from a return standpoint, which launchpad seems to give the best return. Launchpads and getting into different IDOs can be extremely lucrative, so we're going to be taking a deep dive over this series to find out just what the best one is. So let's go. What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Crypto Cabin. My name is Tom, and in today's video we are going to be starting off our series on launchpads. If you're new to this channel, please scroll on down, leave this video a thumbs up, then click that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and select all so you get notified when I post these new videos. So without any further ado, let's jump right in. Like I said, launchpads are one of the most lucrative things in crypto. You can get in at a very, very low price well before the token launches on any other sort of decentralized exchange or centralized exchange. Quite often the IDO price will be 2 cents, for example, and then they get listed on a centralized exchange for 20 cents. That's just an example, but that is definitely what can happen. And so if you get in before it's listed anywhere else, you can make a quick 5, 10, 20, 50, even 100, 200x on your project. So here's a list by Daniel Phillips of the best IDO launchpads for every blockchain. We're going to be starting with some of these different launchpads and going through them, seeing approximately how much it takes to invest into these and how much obviously that means it takes to potentially participate in some of these IDOs. Because most of them you are going to need to hold and stake some of that token, whether it's DAO Maker, Binance Smart Chain, BSC Pad, Selenium, whatever it is. You're going to need to buy and hold some of that token, lock it up, and stake it in order to even earn the potential of a lottery ticket, as most of them go by. So just because you buy, hold, and stake these tokens does not guarantee you an allocation unless you have a lot more capital to invest in. There are ones where you do get a guaranteed allocation, but you need a fairly large amount of money in order to invest in that. So you can definitely go through these ones here. I will leave this link in the description of this video. And then what I'm going to be doing over the course of this series is building out this spreadsheet here. I'll make it look a little bit cleaner as we go along. I don't know exactly how I'm going to organize it yet. But for example, I just went through one because I saw a project absolutely pump on the Poolz Launchpad, and this is how it's going to look. So there's Launchpad, what network it's on, and then most of them have different tiers, and if they don't necessarily have different tiers, I'm just going to do kind of like the base level to get in. So Poolz is one that I just dove into a little bit. You need to have 250 pools in order to get one lottery ticket. The current price of Poolz is about $6.18, meaning in order to get one lottery ticket or even to have a chance at participating in these IDOs on Poolz, you would need roughly $1,500. When I started looking through it a little bit more, every 250 pools got you another lottery ticket, and the top 100 stakers or top 100 holders of Poolz that were staking it on their platform got guaranteed allocations. So at the time, it was roughly 7,000 pools that you needed, which was about $43,000. So that's quite a bit of money, of course, to get a guaranteed allocation. But as far as I've seen, the barrier to entry to something like this is less than DAO Maker, for example, which I believe you need 50 to 100, 200, no, 2,000 DAO Maker tokens, I believe. 500 to 2,000 DAO Maker tokens, somewhere in there, which is more like the 2,000 mark is closer to about $10,000 at this point in time. So like I said, I will do a deeper dive into all of these, and we'll try to amass what the best launchpad could potentially be for the least amount of money, basically. Because a lot of these different launchpads have had a lot of successful projects, and some of them don't necessarily vet the project super well, and they don't make it for very long, right? So I want to take a look at which launchpads can produce, the best yield long term, and also potentially have the least amount of investment up front at this point in time. So I'm starting to build out this list. If you want to go ahead and check out all of the different launchpads, you can come down to categories on CoinMarketCap, and there is usually a launchpad category here. It might not be super easy to find, so I'm going to show you a bit of a quicker way to find it. So we know that DAO maker is a launchpad. So this is the easier way to find it, in my opinion. Search DAO maker, and then on CoinMarketCap, there's all these different tags usually associated with different projects. So I just hit launchpad, and then that tag should filter, and we should see all of them right here. So PokeStarter, UFO Gaming, Superfarm, DAO maker, and all the way down, you can see all of these different ones. Now, the one that I looked at was called Poolz Finance here. So then if you want to look into one anymore, obviously you just click on that, and then you can go over to their website. So here you'll be able to see where I was getting all of that information from that I transferred onto the spreadsheet. First of all, you'll see the price I had at $6.18. Right now it's coming up just a little bit. But when you go back to the website here, we can go over to leaderboard. So this is where I said that, I got the information from that the top 100 stakers receive guaranteed allocations. Others win through the lottery system. So at this point in time, when you scroll down to the bottom here, the top 100, they have roughly 7,000 tokens times by the price, which gave us approximately that $43,000 mark. Then when you click on over to lock pools, you can see that to be eligible to participate in the IDO whitelist, you must have enough pools basically, which is at minimum 250, and that earns you one lottery ticket. And then every 250 staked pools after that would earn you another lottery ticket. So when you look at the leaderboard here again, you can see how many tickets they have based on how much pools they have staked. So this top person here has 100,000 pools staked. They get 400 tickets. Obviously, they are automatically in there because they are in the top 100. But that's kind of how this one works. So if you were to want to partake in something on this launchpad, you would basically need to come on over to lock pools. You need to lock up a certain amount and then take a look at the upcoming protocols or upcoming pools. So let's just take a look at this one. For example, let's say you did have some locked up in pools, then you would join the whitelist. Typically there would be a transaction fee for this. As you can see my MetaMask popping up right there, it's just to approve the contract. And then I'm not going to do that right now because I don't have any staked. So that was just a quick overview basically of what is at the very bottom of their website, which you can go in for more details. There is this link down here that says guide, and then will link to one of their Medium articles where it basically goes step by step on how you could get into something like Poolz and then potentially participate in their IDO. So for something like Poolz and most other launch pads, they will always tell you what number of IDOs they have already done and usually the average ROI at their all-time highs. So for Poolz, for example, they have on average given a 24x on their all-time high after they launched. So what could this look like? If we scroll on down, the coin that I was looking at that really led me to start researching Poolz today was actually GovWorld, because as you can see on CoinMarketCap, they were the top gainer today with a 12,000% gain in the last 24 hours. Not that it necessarily launched at this price, but for the last little bit it kind of dipped after it launched. I think it launched at right around 8 cents. And then it dipped off, and if you would have bought in yesterday, you would have been up 12,000%, which wish I knew about it, right? But you can come ahead and look at something like Poolz, average of 24x on their launches. This one might not be there quite yet, but this one is showing that it was launched at 8 cents. The market cap at the beginning was $48,000. There's 100 million tokens here. So if it launched at 8 cents, the price right now was up to about 64 cents. So that on this project would be an 8x at this point in time at its all-time high, right? So that is where they are getting about the average of how high these coins have gone off of their all-time high ROI. And then for something like this, if you take that average, You look at something like GT Protocol, I'm not saying this is good or bad per se, but the token price at launch is going to be 20 cents if you get into this IDO. Only a 20 million supply there, and so if you get, you know, a 24x out of this, the coin could be up to $4.80. So that is basically how Poolz works. Obviously, it's too early to tell whether or not this, in my opinion, is the best launchpad or not, since this is the first one that I am reviewing. But by all means, come on over to CoinMarketCap, do more of a deep dive for yourself. Check out the total supply, which is very small at about 5 million. And then when you scroll on down, you can see where to purchase it: Uniswap, Gate.io, Mexi, and PancakeSwap as well. So there you have it, team. The first launchpad added to the spreadsheet. We are going to be continuing to add to the spreadsheet each time we do a video, and to see which one is going to be the best launchpad in terms of money needed to put into it, as well as what seems to have given the best results over time. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't done so already and got some value out of this video, please scroll on down, give this video a thumbs up, then consider hitting that subscribe button. It really does help out a ton, and select that notification bell to get notified for when I post these new videos. I appreciate each and every single one of you, and I will see you next time on the next episode from the Crypto Cabin.